Oh, hey there. You may be wondering what I'm doing. Well, I'm riding the lightning dragon, that's what. Would you please stop using me like a horse? Then how about you stop flying through holes? Ladies, gentlemen, and Hylians of all ages, this game is absolutely filled to the brim with things to do, and personally, one of my favorite things about it is just the sheer amount of equipment that there is to gather up and add to your collection. 9 times out of 10, that equipment will be the ultimate thing to have in one niche situation. It's just the way that the game is designed. Armor sets have unique skills, and when those skills matter, they matter a hell of a lot, and they make a world of difference. And as I always say, it's better to collect them sooner rather than later, just so when you need it, you already have it, rather than just being sad that you don't when it comes up. Like a helmet that resists the gloom, or a set that makes your attacks have lightning effects anytime that you fight in a lightning storm. But we'll save those ones for later. With that said, let's dive into another wonderful collection of armor that you need to get along your journey in Tears of the Kingdom, starting off with number 1, the Barbarian set. This is a relatively simple set, but one that I enjoy quite a bit aesthetically, and a big reason that you would want this is that this armor comes with the attack up skill on each piece. It isn't the only armor that has that, but it is the only one that has that skill and looks this cool, not to mention that it is relatively quite easy to collect as well. On top of that, once you've upgraded every armor piece in the set to 2 stars, it will also gain a set bonus when you have every piece equipped, which is charge attack stamina up. Worded poorly, I know, but what it actually means is charge attack stamina down, meaning that charge attacks will consume less stamina. As well, its upgrade requirements are far cheaper than the other upgradable attack up set too. As far as collecting this set for yourself, then what you'll need to do is make 3 stops along the map in 3 different caves. The first of which is just northeast of the starting area in Krenel Hills Cave. Head in here and walk until you reach the larger cavern within, in which, up on the walls on the northern side of this, you will see some luminous, breakable rock. Destroy this rock however you please, climb up into the hole that was left behind it, and open the chest there to get the Barbarian Armor chest piece. Then move on over to this area on your map over here to head down to the Robred Drop-Off Cave. Enter into it and it will give you a hint as to what you're supposed to do in here if you talk to the little stone. Of course, feel free to solve it on your own if you want to, but if you just want to see the path to take, head directly in and follow the path to the right of this room. Break open the breakable rocks on the southern side of the second room within the cave and walk through. Follow the path within here to a room that's full of enemies with a breakable set of rocks in the center. Smash these rocks open however you please and drop into the hole that is left behind. If you then follow the path that is down here, it will end in a room with 3 platforms with varying numbers of statues. You want the one on the right side that has 3 statues on it. Walk onto the platform and use ascend here and you will pop up into a room that has a chest at the back of it containing the Barbarian helmet. Then finally we want to go over to this location on your map in the southeast, which is the Walnut Mountain Cave. Enter through and run along the bottom level of the path for a little bit until you see the stalactite hanging down from above. Go under it and use ascend, and right in front of you will be a chest that is covered in ice. Use any sort of heat source that you have, anything possible, to thaw it out, and then you can open it up to receive the Barbarian leg wraps, the final part of this set. Number 2, Lobster Shirt. Look, I know, it's just a fun little shirt, but this shirt breathes wonderfully, giving your skin some time with the sun, and it looks nice too, so why not add it to your collection of heat-resistant armor, because yes, it does also have 1 level of heat resistance on it for when you are in hot areas, adding in a mix-up to your regular heat resistance armor sets. As far as getting this one for yourself, it's actually pretty easy. Just head over to the west side of the inlet of water beside Lurelin Village next to the pin that I placed here. You can fly in from the nearby Skyview Tower, no problem, and land on the beach on the western side. Here you will see a pirate ship in front of you in the water and some wooden planks on the beach itself. Fuse a couple of these planks together, thrust the planks out as far as it will go with Ultra Hand in the water towards the ship. Climb up on them and start using Ultra Hand to see that there is a chest under the pirate ship. Pull it up out of the water, bring it over to the planks that you are standing on, and then open the chest to find the lobster shirt for yourself. Number 3, Ravio's Hood. This is a wonderful little helmet, a reference to a merchant from A Link Between Worlds, and if you wear this helmet in Tears of the Kingdom, you'll look like a lovely purple rabbit. I know, it's not for everyone, but guaranteed there are some players out there who would love to have this as a permanent part of their aesthetic.
Could be a rabbit.
While it doesn't have any straight up skills on it, it does have an effect that makes you climb walls or cliffs faster, sideways. Yeah, really not exactly a commonly useful skill, but hey, it's something. It actually does something, right? Climbing sideways faster? Yeah, let's be real, this armor piece is more for the unique look of it than anything else. If you want it for yourself, then you'll need to head to a specific coliseum within the depths. These are areas that you can find around the lower level that are filled with enemies that come out in waves, getting harder and harder as you go. This specific one is the reward for the secluded Coliseum, which is located over here under this area of the ground level of the map for a good reference of where to head within the depths. Once you arrive, simply jump in, light up the arena with bright blooms if you don't have the nearby light routes, and walk towards the chest in the middle. The combat trial will start. This one is full of Lizalfos specifically, and then once you've defeated all of the waves of the Lizalfos that spawn, the chest in the middle will unlock, which of course contains Ravio's hood. Number 4, Midna's helmet. This armor piece should of course be familiar to anyone who played Twilight Princess, and past that, it looks pretty good on Link too, even though it isn't its original owner, of course. However, it is quite useful in Tears of the Kingdom to have this, as it comes with 1 rank of the Gloom Resistance skill, just for you in your travels through a gloom-struck world. This gives you 1 heart of buffer when walking through gloom, or being hit by gloom-based attacks, which is quite a nice thing to have when it comes up, of course. As far as actually acquiring it then, it is the reward for another Depths Coliseum, just like the last one. But this one is a little bit trickier to get to, being the Island Coliseum on a very secluded area of the depths, which is located under Eventide Island on the very southern side of the map as a whole. On this island, up top there is a chasm that you can jump into to get to the depths area of it, and at the bottom you find this Coliseum. Once again, simply head in, light it up where you need to, walk towards the chest in the middle, and a combat challenge will activate where you fight increasingly difficult waves of Bokoblin enemies. Once you've defeated them all, the chest in the middle will unlock, and you can open it to get Midna's helmet for yourself. Number 5, Tunic of Memories, and this is of course a hot button armor piece in Tears of the Kingdom. It is the exact main tunic from Breath of the Wild. They seem to like bringing in older armors to stick around within this game just for some fun flavor, and this one is no exception. It has no skills to speak of, nothing to write home about at all, but it does have that classic look for anyone feeling nostalgic for, well, literally the precursor to Tears of the Kingdom. If you want it, then it is actually a bit of a task to get, as it unlocks as a purchasable item for Poe from the Poe statues once you have finally talked to and unlocked all 7 of them. That's right, 7. Here are the locations of the first 6. They're pretty easy to find if you just do a little bit of searching in the depths. The one in Lookout Landing is pretty much a freebie, obviously, and then there are 5 more scattered around the depths in places that I'm showing you right now. Once you have found all of those, you might be confused about me saying 7. That's because the last one is actually a whole quest that takes quite a bit of doing to get done, and isn't even immediately obvious, at least in the depths itself. First, head to this location in the overworld by the side of this road, and you will see a bunch of breakable rocks at the bottom of the wall that prevented your progression early on in Breath of the Wild. Break the rocks here, and a bunch of water will drain out, revealing a partial Poe statue found within. The statue will tell you to go to the Temple of Time ruins just up the hill, so go ahead and do that right over here and talk to the statue inside. It will reveal that it is actually a Poe statue in the depths that's talking to you from below, and it will mark 4 chasms on your map. Near each of these chasms that are marked is one of the statue's eyes. It is tasking you with taking each and every one of these eyes back to its original form in the depths. The original form is below the Great Abandoned Central Mine, just through a back entrance on the southern side. So head to each of the chasms that are marked and you will find these little eyes sitting around at the top. One of them is submerged in a little pond, one of them is hidden in a breakable rock, one of them is frozen and needs to be thawed out before you can move it, and one of them is stuck under a rock that you will need to use the recall ability on to reveal it. Drop each of them into the chasm that is beside them, and then you'll have to bring them back to the Great Abandoned Central Mine statue one at a time, either by carrying them manually with Ultra Hand or by attaching them to a more intricate Zonai device and bringing that over. Slot each of these eyes into the statue in the larger chamber as you bring them down, and once all 4 eyes are in the statue, you will unlock it as the final Poe statue. Talk to it, and if it is the 7th one that you've talked to, it will not only unlock the Tunic of Memories as a purchasable item for 400 Poe, it will also actually give you either a heart container or a stamina vessel for the troubles of completing this quest, your choice between them. Number 6, the Charged Set. This one is exceedingly cool looking, one of the weather attack sets in the game. This specific one activates when you are in a thunderstorm, and you can tell that it is activated when it starts glowing up all over the armor itself. When active, it will give a lightning effect to your attacks, not all of them, but specifically to any charged attack that you do, as well as the finisher of any chain combo of light attacks with any weapon that you could possibly have within the game. Obviously, Obviously, this is quite strong if used in the right situations, and so it's totally worth getting for that reason. On top of that, if you upgrade each piece to 2 stars, it gains a set bonus for wearing all 3 pieces that speeds up the charge speed of charge attacks when you are in thunderstorms, which of course is just a nice little cherry on top. As far as how to get this set then, there is a reason that I saved it for last on this list today, and that is because getting it requires you to have significant main story progress. Specifically, it requires you to have completed all 4 of the temples and then also done the quest Crisis at Hyrule Castle that comes afterwards. Once you've done that though, you can start getting the quest. The first step then is to head to Kakariko Village east of the starting area and talk to Paya down by the ruins at this location. She will react to information that you learned in the main quest that I mentioned, and then you will be allowed to access the ring ruins, which you wouldn't have been allowed to touch before. With that, climb the ladders in front of you and then the ruins at the top of those, and then use the ascend ability right over here to enter the ruin that is floating above. Inside of here is a stone tablet. Take a picture of the stone tablet with your camera, ascend back out of this structure, and then go talk to the group of researchers below once more, and they will make some discoveries that I don't need to spoil here. With that, head to the Poplar Foothill Skyview Tower southwest of this village and talk to the man outside of it sitting by a fire. He'll tell you that they're ready to begin, so use the Skyview Tower to launch yourself up and head right over to this spot on your map. For reference, when you get there, this is what it looks like before you have these main quests completed. It's all shut off, and so you can't get in without these main quests. I tried, trust me, you need to be at this point in the story. Now, however, if you get there, the store is open. Inside is one of your researcher friends. Head past him up the stairs beside him and open the chest up here to get the charged shirt armor piece. After that, head back out and go down the river to this location here on your map. Enter the door here and break the rocks that are blocking the entrance to find another chest up the stairs, this one containing the charged trousers. Then finally keep following the river south to this location on your map. The entrance is blocked by some vines here, so cut those out of the way, head up the stairs and open the chest up here to get the charged headdress, the final piece of the set. Job done. And that's it for today then, everyone. Another meaty collection of armor to help you out in your time spent in Tears of the Kingdom. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy getting to put all of your new armor to use in the rest of your journey through this wonderful game. Like if you liked the video, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay sweet.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.